Foresights TV. Let's have a roundup of the highlights of the week. Frederick Merz of the Christian Democratic Union and its Bavarian sister party, the Christian Social Union, secured approximately 29% of the vote in Germany's recent election, positioning him to become the next chancellor. However, the political landscape is fragmented, with the far-right alternative for Deutschland doubling its support to 21%, indicating challenges ahead in coalition building and governance. Germany's election authority says 82.5% of eligible voters cast their ballot in Sunday's vote, making it the highest turnout since 1990. In a notable shift, the United States joined Russia in voting against United Nations and UN General Assembly resolution condemning Russia's actions in Ukraine. The resolution passed with 93 votes in favor, 18 against, and 65 abstentions, reflecting deep divisions among member states. Washington's shift on the conflict marks a major break with Europe and coincides with the Trump administration's bid to repair relations with Moscow. President Donald Trump signed an executive order imposing 25% tariff on goods from Canada and Mexico. In response, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced a retaliatory 25% tariff on all U.S. goods, escalating trade tensions in North America. Trump plans tariffs on Mexico and Canada on March 4, while doubling existing 10% tariffs on China. Trump said illicit drugs such as fentanyl are being smuggled into the United States at unacceptable levels and that import taxes would force other countries to crack down on the trafficking. Apple announced a $500 billion investment plan in the United States over the next 5 years. The initiative aims to hire 20,000 new employees and enhance manufacturing capabilities, particularly in artificial intelligence servers. Teams and facilities to expand are in Michigan, Texas, California, Arizona, Nevada, Iowa, Oregon, North Carolina, and Washington. As per Apple's official statement in its website, plans include a new factory in Texas, doubling the U.S. Advanced Manufacturing Fund, a manufacturing academy, and accelerated investments in AI and silicon engineering. Jonathan Reynolds, the UK's International Trade Secretary, visited New Delhi to relaunch trade negotiations with India. The discussions aim to strengthen economic ties and explore new trade opportunities between the two nations. The meeting set the stage for the 10th round of FTA negotiations in Brussels from March 10th to 14th, said as official. Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal met with the European Union delegation in Mumbai on Saturday, ahead of his departure to the United States on Sunday, while talks with the United Kingdom continue following their relaunch last month. The Minister's America trip will pave the way for headway on a multi-sector bilateral trade agreement. India is simultaneously engaged in trade negotiations with 3 developed economies this month as the country pushes forward with its ambitious global trade agenda, according to officials familiar with the developments. A high-stakes clash awaits as India faces New Zealand in their final Group A match of the ICC Champions Trophy today at the Dubai International Stadium. With both teams already securing their place in the semi-finals, this encounter will determine who tops the ground. New Zealand win the toss and ask India to bat first. Students in Bangladesh instrumental in ousting former PM Hasina have launched a new political party. This move signifies a shift in the nation's political landscape. The National Citizen Party, founded by students leader of last summer's uprising in Bangladesh, aims to create a new political space and dismantle constitutional autocracy. Led by Nahid Islam, they aspire to foster unity, justice, and meritocracy, moving away from the country's traditional dynastic politics. Devendra Fadnavis, Maharashtra's Deputy Chief Minister, has announced plans to transform the Nashik Kumbh Mela 2027 into a high-tech event, utilizing AI technology for crowd management, traffic management, and surveillance. As per media reports, the event is set to commence on July 17, 2027 and will feature devotees taking holy dips for a month, concluding on August 17, 2027. The initiative aims to enhance the experience for pilgrims, including those unable to attend in person. Through technological innovations, this grand event will take place at Trimbakeshwar, located approximately 38 km from Nashik, along the sacred banks of the Godavari River. Maharashtra commences final planning for the 2027 Nashik Simashta Kumbh Mela, Fadnavis said that in wake of the crowd situation in Prayagraj's Mahakumbh, planning will be made for 4 to 5 times the crowd expected in Nashik for the Simashta Kumbh Mela. The Economic Times reports that Uber, a global ride-hiring major, has adopted a disruptive revenue model championed by an unheralded local startup. This is a strategically important shift for Uber. Namma Yatri's launch of an open mobility platform in November 2022 was deceptively humble. 2 years down the line, the disruptive revenue model that the small startup introduced resulted in the end of an industry practice in an important ride-hailing category. Cab aggregation majors adopted the Namma Yatri model and stopped charging auto rickshaw drivers a significant portion of their ride fare as commission. An avalanche struck near the highway in Uttarakhand's Chamoli region adjoining Tibet and less than 5 km or 3 miles from Badrinath, which is visited by hundreds of thousands of devotees every year. This occurred at a labor site of the Federal Border Roads Organization, where 8 containers and 1 shed with 57 workers inside were buried under the snow. According to an Indian Army statement, at least 32 workers have been rescued. Chamoli's district administrator Sandeep Tiwari told news agency ANI on Friday evening, and 5 of the containers had been located, the statement said, and the search for the remaining 3 was ongoing. There was no indication of any casualties. Rescue operations are underway to locate and assist all the victims. Thanks for tuning into Foresight TV. Stay connected for more updates. Thank you.